Alright, today we'll go ahead and turn here. We'll go ahead and look up a little. Today we have a Gibson L7 Lab series built in 1978. Uh, it has a compressor, it has reverb. The reverb tank is good on this one. I really like this amp. If you blindfolded me and told me this was a tube amp, I would believe you. I promise you that. For the guitar, we're going to be using a Dean 7-string Avalanche from 2002, I believe. Sorry for the lighting. Let's get some lighting over here. And this is a Seymour Duncan Blackout neck pickup in the bridge position. I got this guitar like this. The neck pickup does not work. They've took the electronics out and whatnot. But here's kind of a lowdown of the amp's configuration. It has an effects loop, has a reverb switch, I guess, if you had the pedal. I've never seen a pedal for one of these, so if I do see one, I will pick it up. This setup is, the Gibson's starting to go up. The reason why it's a Gibson is Gibson actually hand wired these amps back then for the company of this this amp. One of the cool facts that I like about this amp is B.B. King used the smaller version of that, which was the L5. His amp goes for quite a bit of money, but the L7s are actually rarer than the L5 when it comes to actually finding one in working condition, in good shape like this one. I know there's a little tear in the Teflon, in the cloth, but I'm gonna sew it up, clean it up. It's a good amp, and this is a channel for metal on a budget, so we got to throw in an EVH 5150 overdrive pedal. Recommended for that pedal in particular. Only run it into the front of the amp if you're looking for a metal tone. If you're looking for a bluesier, less aggressive tone, run it into the effects loop. I don't know why it's like that. I don't understand it, but it's okay. We're going to go ahead and start off with a little, we'll go over here, get into the reverb a little bit and let you get an idea of that. We'll go ahead and throw the compressor on for when I do the distortion. Okay. So another thing, if you're not a 7-string player and you're intimidated by a 7-string, oh yeah, this has Grover tuners as well. I'm going to give you a hint. This is standard E. So you have this low 7-string, and then you just have standard E. So it's drop A for, this guitar right now. And if I want to just play 6-string, I'll just forget about the 7th string here and just use the 6 strings. That's the beauty of a 7-string. It just gives you a little more versatility, opens you up for lower end tunings, and it also opens your playability with, you can actually make higher tunings. So that's what I think a 7-string was intended for originally. It wasn't for a lower 7-string. It was actually for a higher E string. On the E string here, you could actually do higher tunings. I think there's a few musicians that use the 7 strings like that. I personally use to get that extra low end for the distortion and whatnot. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into this bad boy and see what happens. I'm excited, This, if you have a chance to pick up, and I'm not sponsored by any of this, but if you have a chance to pick up, a Lab series, I would suggest it, but I doubt you'll find one for sale. And if you do, snap it up. And if you're having trouble with money or anything, pick up the EVH 5150, because you can get cheap amps, and this thing turns it, the EVH turns it into a beast. you can't complain. So with that being said, let's just try it without the EVH and see what kind of tones we can get out of the Lab series by itself. Try a little more reverb. Put that up there. Sounds really good. And then we'll go over to just the clean channel, and I'm using the low end. I'm not using the higher settings to be louder. I'm trying to be quiet for these videos because I don't want to blow your ears out. So let's try some metal and see what happens with a 1978 amplifier. That's astonishing. That blows me away that this amp still around, still playing, in good condition. Nobody cared about these amps. I don't know why. I guess they didn't realize B.B. King used them. I don't know. But I never seen one until I got this one here. So let's try out some metal. Let's get the gate going, gain up, treble. Okay. So turn that down. Compressor's on. So, does the Gibson L7 Lab series play metal? No. It's more of like a bluesier B.B. King style tone, which is fine. If you plug a pedal up to it, it's going to act like a tube amp. Also, another thing that this thing acts, it reminds me of a tube amp, is when you turn it up, it opens up. I mean, right now it feels real, like, held back. When you turn this thing up, it opens up to a whole new animal. So, which would be pointless to do on a video because I'm just going to blow your ears out. So with that being said, I hope everybody enjoyed the video on the Lab Series L7. This is your host, Justin, and always stay in tune, and there will be more videos in the future. Thank you.